Welcome everybody. We're getting ready to start the show for day 2 of the Tucker. I'm just preparing my screens here so I can see what's going on. You know what? I think I'll pop this chat out here so I can see it. Pop out chat. Okay. Can everybody hear me? Seems as we have 6 viewers already. Or 4, one like. All right, great. Okay. Yesterday I was asked to do the wing. Well, fuselage first. Well, we cut all the parts enough to get started on that, but we're not going to glue that together. I'm very limited on space, so I can't have a whole lot of big parts hanging around without breaking them. Let me look at this here. There we go. That will help. Okay. For some reason, I can't see the text chat, so. Huh. I guess I'll just have to do it that way. 5 current, 1 mic. Okay. Can you hear me okay? Please let me know. I have no way to monitor what I'm doing. Okay, it's building by the seat of your pants, I guess. Now, because I like that Junar XL so well, this airplane's going to just be, numbers-wise, a copy. But it doesn't matter what clothes it's wearing, as I've stated a dozen times. It doesn't matter what the airplane looks like, because they're all the same. It's just a big nobler. It's all in the numbers. So today, we're going to build a wing from scratch. Can I get it done today? I don't know. Depends on how burnt out I get. It's snowing outside, so I don't want to go outside and freeze to death, so we'll just work on this today. Okay, this is a lost foam jig from Bob Hunt. Thank you, Herbert. Okay, lost foam jig from Bob Hunt, and he does a great job. Now, as you've seen, John and I have made lost foam jigs. It's not that big a deal to make them. Okay, that looks better. Now, how I do this to conserve space is as I make the parts, I have to set these foam blocks somewhere. So I set them back into the cradle on the piano that I have behind me. You wouldn't believe how much shit's in this apartment. Okay. Up and heard the bell. Favorite show. Hey, thanks, Jack. I didn't know that the bell rang. Okay. Let me move some stuff here so I can set this on the piano. Yeah, I got laundry. I got all kind of stuff. I don't know that I'm going to do laundry today or not. Of course, I don't have any long johns, so I might have to. Okay, the first thing I do is we're going to make a center rib. Center rib left. How would that thing be upside down? Center right. That's because I've put these back in the cradle backwards. So we got to get the other one out and swap them. Meaning that this one here, the right has the left in it. Now the center rib's a mirror copy, so I don't think it would much matter, but no, it says on one. Huh. Well, I'm gonna have to use right for left, so I guess it doesn't much matter. Somehow it got misplaced. It's probably around somewhere. I probably used it for my pattern, but don't know where it is. It's our kit. Hope I didn't throw it out. But as I stated, it won't matter. It's the center rib, so they're both the same. We're gonna make two anyway. Okay, normally I try to make a center rib out of 1/8 inch. I don't have any 1/8 inch, so I'm gonna use 3/16 or 3/32. Those two center ribs are what glue the wing together. They don't. I don't know if they have to be thicker or not. I just normally make them thicker. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I need to print a hat that says it'll be fine. Okay, put this shit in here. We do have 1/8 inch pieces. Let's see if we can lay the two ribs out on this one sheet. Yep. It'll be tight, but looks like we can do it. Get some of the clutter off the bench. See, this is my my template here for cutting the fuselage sides. So if you look here, the template is a little smaller than the plug. That's because the plug has the sheeting on it. Why do we have such let's unplug. What's one? This one. Let's see if that helps the I don't know which light is giving the bright glow. There we go. Okay, back to this. You'll see that the rib template is slightly smaller, about 3/32 all the way around, than the plug template. That's because the plug template has been sheeted with 3/32. So that's how that works. And if you make this piece and use it as your guide to set it, when you put the wing in the fuselage, it will fit absolutely perfect. Bob Hunt has a video or a disc on perfect wing fitment or perfect fitment. It's worth looking at. You know, this exchange of ideas. I do a lot of things different than other people, but I do a lot of things the same. There we go. Center. Try to keep the grain running straight from leading the trailing edge. That will help in the non-warpage of the wing. So let's do, let's see here. LH1, top here, LH1. Now most of this rib gets cut out anyway. So we want this. Left, center, right. Yeah, so it's going to be up here. RH1. Now you think we're just going to cut this out and that's the end of that. Well, it's not, because we have to pin it to that rib and sand it to shape. Remember what I told you about cross grain? I always use a back saw. Or try to, anyway. Stay outside the line. Can we see what I'm doing here? Yeah. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, hit the super chat. Tell your friend we're gaining members, but certainly like to see more. Helps the channel. I think what we're going to do today, instead of each rib separate like I've done in the past, I'm going to cut them all out, pin them all on, and sand them all at the same time, just to see how long it takes. Now this rib's a little harder, but it's the outboard wing rib, and this is in the same piece. So, I mean, it worked out good. I didn't plan it that way, but it worked out good. Closer you can get to the line, will save you work in the sanding part. But you don't want to cut inside the line. If you do, then your wing won't be perfect. Okay, those are those two. So we can set this aside. Oh, no, I can't. I have to mark these. RH. Now, Bob does the layout. You'll notice that there's these two. He's, for some reason, marked this out for 1/4-inch spars. I don't use 1/4-inch spars. I think we'll go ahead and make this, we'll make an exception, make this 1. And set it aside because it's the right hand. You just pin it on the plug. I've shown this a dozen times, and you guys ought to be well versed in lost foam building. Now, when these cradles first came out, Bob sold a video how to build a lost foam wing, and he showed the preparation of the bucks themselves. And these should have been painted with white glue or Z-epoxy or something. That way the foam cradle would last a lifetime. But I don't do it. I'm too lazy. They'll let a foam buck will last, if you don't grind into the foam, will last about 4 or 5 wings without treatment. And you just sand it down until it's flush. I'll show you why I'm sanding this first before, I'm gonna set this rib into the right cradle. So I want to get this one, I want to get the 2 centers done. Okay, we have to make up our mind because this is set up for a 1/4-inch spar instead of a 3/16 spar. What we're going to do here? Well, I'm going to use the front line. So I got to make sure, and if you guys see me make a mistake, please tell me. I got to use the front line on every one of these, or else the spar will be in crooked. Fitment is important. I'm sure I can build this whole wing today. If I don't know. I don't know that I have the stamina anymore. Well, has everybody crapped themselves to death yet? I got a feeling this is just a way to put us all in lockdown. They don't go that crazy over the flu. Okay. Feels pretty good. Clean it up. I sanded this with 80 grit for speed. Now I'm going back over with 320 just for fitment. Okay. We're using the front mark on this. Now John does his wings slightly different. He cuts the groove into this spar. I've done it both ways. I have a set of cores here with the spar cut out. I also have a set of cores that were used in my other airplane that have a thicker trailing edge. But as I stated, I'm going to build this exactly like my XL because that one flies so well. Let's see, we need a 3/16 stick. Yeah, perfect. Got it right here. Okay. Now it's important that you do this step before you take off the rib off the pattern. These are the marks for the notches that I will sand into the rib. Leonard, my 576 ringmaster is over at John's house, and he's off doing something. I'll get back to the 576 shortly. I needed something to do today. So this is what we're doing. Okay, this is the right hand. This is for the outboard wing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yep, boy, I did that right, too. Good. Man, oh, man. So this is the left end. LH1. I try to keep my marks to the top so you know the orientation of how the ribs go back in the cradle. I know for some of you guys this is extremely boring because you're pro builders. But there are many, quite a few, who have never done this process or have done this process and are doing it wrong and would like to see it done right. If the bench is straight, this yields a perfectly straight wing. Yeah, Leonard says they're out of toilet paper in the great Northwest in Canada. They're afraid they're going to crap themselves to death there. Well, I only use about one roll a month, so I should be good. I got paper towel and I got Kleenex. I just ordered some aspirin off Amazon just for the simple fact that I don't feel like driving out to Walmart and standing in line. Do I need aspirin? No, just preparing, just in case. I got 2 weeks supply of top ramen, about 10 cans of chili with no beans. I mean, we're not going to starve for a while. 2 cases of Dr. Pepper. About 8 TV dinners. 3 jars of peanut butter. Beanie weenies, got to have them. I think I could ride the storm for 2 weeks anyway. Till my Dr. Pepper runs out, and then I'm going to go out and scavenging. Got to have Dr. Pepper. I need to put them lines back on there. We're going to use the front line, so we'll use that front line right there. And what's everybody going to do when they find out, oh, this is no worse than the common flu? Matter of fact, the flu is worse. It's just new. It's something that people are like Ebola. I certainly don't want to get it, but they're not hanging around people that are coughing and hacking. It should be all right. Okay, we got the two centers done. Try to make these exact as possible. Make sure that they sit in the same spot. Use your straight edges, use your eyes. That way your wing comes out within a modicum of reason, reasonably straight. So as I stated before, we're going to get this one done, and then we're going to trace out all the ribs, cut them all out, send them back in the cradle, then I'll go one by one and sand them. I want to kind of see how long it takes to set up a wing. I got to turn this heat off. All right, got the heat off. Snowing outside, hotter than heck in here, like summertime. Okay, that's good enough. All right, so now we have to transfer the marks once again. Remembering that I'm working off the front line. Now this line is not square to the ribs, so use Bob's mark. Okay. Probably ought to cut this down because I'm going to be using it to sand with anyway. So let's cut a piece off of this. So I have to move around. That's such a big piece. Okay. So now I got my notching tool here. Of course, this stick here would probably work even. Okay, take it off. Now when these go together, let's make sure they're the same. When these go together, and this is what glues the two halves of the wings together, I saw all this out of it. So I want to make sure these spars mate each other. This will be the only problem rib because I didn't, I don't know where that other rib is, but it's a mirror image of this, so it doesn't much matter, like I said. So, best suggestion is to do this now while I got them together. That way there's no mistakes. I don't want mistakes. I hate mistakes. It seems I make more mistakes on camera than I do off camera. Because I'm trying to show you guys how to not to do it. Okay, two ribs are together. I got my sanding stick here now. If I can find some sandpaper. I'd like to have, there we go. We'll use this, maybe this. Is this 180? It's 180. You don't want to use 80 grit, however tempting it might be, because it will just dig way too deep. So, get on there. Might have to make another stab at that. Maybe not. Now you could go ahead and just sand with this, but it's hanging over. I'd say about a 64th. Maybe not even a 64th. Maybe 10 thousandths or whatever. But we're not going to do that. We're going to, this is flush with the side. This is hanging over. We're going to sand that off or cut it off one. I like things to fit perfect. Seems like a lot of work for nothing, but what do we got here? All right, Lynn. Probably need to get my tablet sitting up here so I can watch the chat. You notice I put some thin set CA in that groove, so and then just 80 grit sandpaper and sand it. Well, now it's perfect. So let's do this. Balsa dust. Uh-oh. I know I already put lines on this, but can't see them because I put them where they're facing each other. So now in order to get a perfect fit, what did I do with my stick? I just made it. Come on. There it is. You just take and sand the notch in. Uh-oh. The problem is, I don't know when to stop. Normally. So what we need to do is we need to put a stop on this. Yeah, buddy. Glad I thought of this. This will be the first time I've done this, but I just thought of it. So, okay, so we got this. We could use another tool designed and made by Spark. Of course, it ain't nothing, no big deal. Most guys don't build scratch; they build kits, or maybe hack scratch. So in order to make the stop, we're just going to let's just pin it on there so it don't move around. And hopefully I can get it on there without gluing it to the stick. Okay. I think we're going to do it on the other side too. That way it goes down in square. I'll show this stick soon as I get it made. And most of you guys have already caught on to what I'm doing, but there's some that don't know. So we're going to make it known. Okay, now we're going to glue this good. I have a lot of tools like this that one-time use or whatever. So what I've done is I've glued stops on this to make a little T handle like so. And what that'll do is I can put that up against that line. Yeah, got it. Say until it stops. And now we have a perfect fit notch. Everybody see that? Perfect. If nothing else, after watching this video, if you pick this up, this will help you build a better airplane. Yeah. Come on. Test fit the other side. Perfect. It's perfectly flush at the top. It fits perfect that it doesn't come off. You can't ask for a better fit. Okay, so we got the two centers finally made. I wonder how long did that take? After setting up, talking, and BS, and it took 45 minutes to make 2 ribs. But the rest of it should go faster. I hope. This is RH1. RH1. LH1. Let's turn them inside out and make sure we get to everything to the top. RH1. You know, you think it's redundant or whatever, all these marks. If you put the wrong rib in the wrong spot, your wing is screwed. Okay, so that's that. So now we can set this back in the cradle. On to the next. Keep our stick handy, we'll need it. Remember, how I build airplanes is components. Build a bunch of sub-assemblies, and then at the end stick them together and paint them. Pretty simple. If you keep things in perspective, it's pretty simple. If it's hard, you're doing it wrong. A lot of guys struggle. Jack Snavely, you still on there? Okay, we made quite a dust with those two big thick ribs. So I'm gonna run the vacuum for a second, clean this up so I'm not spreading it all over the apartment. I don't have any women living here, but I don't want to breathe in all this stuff either. Okay, we'll keep this on hand because I know I'm going to need it again. Right where you're supposed to live. Okay, LH1 and L1. So, if you remember, yesterday I showed my selection of wood. This is premium stuff. This is 3.5 pound and 4 pound wood here. Somebody asks, where do I buy my wood? Well, I get it where everybody else gets it. I just, you buy enough of it, you get some good stuff. This is Bud Nose and stuff. Okay. So let's lay out these pieces. Now, what I'm doing is going to make some guys cringe. You know, they put the ribs on an angle on the sheet like this, that. You can do that. I don't do that. I try to keep the grain running straight from trailing edge, leading edge to trailing edge. Okay, this is LH1. We're going to use the front. L1. L1. Come on. L1. We'll weigh up these ribs and see what they weigh, which is probably nothing. my wings end up weighing about, before the bell crank goes in, end up weighing about 4.5 ounces normally. Okay. So we'll come back and cut the halves, the half ribs out of scrap. And don't forget the half ribs at the trailing edge too. That keeps the trailing edge from doing the wonky. L2. Now we angled it a little bit, but trying to keep running straight. L2. Remember, it's very important to keep orientation right, otherwise you'll build a twist into the wing. If your rib doesn't fit down into the cradle absolutely perfect, stop. Look and see what the problem is, because it has to. L3. Let's see how we're going to do this one. Get the most out of the wood. I guess nose to nose, we'll get one more out of this. L3. And this is the top here, L3. And we're going to get L4 out of it too. Yep. L4. Get 4 ribs, 4 of these big ribs per sheet of wood. Could you had a laser cutter, printer, plotter, or whatever, be more efficient on wood? Yeah, but you wouldn't. I don't think it would be any advantage other than saving wood. So L4, L4. L4, L4, L5. I started out like that. L5, we want to be like this. Anybody got a guess on what the ribs are going to weigh? And that'll be before I hollow them. Because when I hollow them, they'll be even less. L5. L5. L6. The ribs are getting smaller now. L6, L7, do this. Ah, yes. Go forward a little bit. L7. This is Bob likes to call it wok building, like when you make Chinese dinner. All the preparation is cutting the food up. L7, L7. Well, this I'm sure there's faster ways to do this. I'm sure Bob does a lot. 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this one's done. Huh, that noise. Okay. Sorry about that. L7. So we're looking for L8. I don't think we're going to get another rib out of this, so let's see if we do it this way, will we? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we will. Okay. There we go. And the nice thing about this, you remember when I took the weight of the wood yesterday? We're leaving a lot of that off now. This is L8. L9. I can remember getting those Karsten's plans, sitting on the floor and pin pricking the plans, making ribs. We started early today. Well, Craig, I'm doing the wing today. I'm just basically making up the kit, and I think this airplane, if I worked at it every day after work for an hour, plus the weekends, I could do it in 3 weeks. Build that airplane, 3 weeks. I can do it in 2. Well, I did it in 11 days. Once. 7, 8. This is 9. L9. L9. I tell that story that I built an airplane in 11 days, and people just do not believe me. And won a concourse with it. Okay, L10. This is the last rib for this side. Well, we got the half ribs too. I don't have any small pieces, so we'll use this. Okay, L10. L10. one. So we'll cut these out, cut outside the line. If you got your foam wing cradle, build along with me. It don't take long. Nope. Hard spot in the wood there. Okay, that's one. Set this back. Yeah, I have enough material to build two more wings here. Okay, let's cut out the wood. I'm sure this is boring most to death, but yeah, I did start a little early today, Craig. I'm sorry that it's midnight in Brisbane, or wherever you say that was. Brisbane. What is that, Australia? I can't figure out what light is the one that's causing. Let's see, maybe it's this light. Could be this light. Who knows? I can't tell. Trying to get some better light so it's not. See, I turned that one off. Too bright. Well, that helped. It gets the backlight. That's better. Actually, not. Camera position, maybe? I don't know. Can't see what I'm doing. I guess it's that one. Let's turn this one off. Turn this one on. You can't see what I'm doing, but I need to see what I'm doing. Let's see here. No, that ain't gonna work either. I gotta be able to see. It ain't no good. Well, we got a problem. The problem is when you can see, I can't. When I can see, you can't. So we are going to, oh, that ain't too bad there. Okay, so all I've done is traced the rib patterns onto the wood. I think we'll change out to a new blade so that I just replaced this yesterday, but you can see the end of the blade is kind of bent over from cutting on the glass. I want to make things go as painless as possible. Let's open here. This box has a dispenser. I didn't even know. Come on. Don't be ridiculous. There we go. Okay. Got that figured out. Only took 5 years to figure that out. How to open the box. Because normally I'm in a hurry. Okay, we're all set. New blade. New position. Wish we'd quit snowing. I wish the weather would warm up so we can start flying. Cut to the outside of the line. You know what I think might be going on here? There might be reflections off the glass here. Okay, that's 2. Got any questions? Just ask. I'm monitoring the chat. I just I probably ought to get up my laptop or my do that. My tablote. Okay, we're gonna get out the tablote. Oh man, first casualty. Knocked it on the floor and stepped on it. Oh well, we'll just glue it. The tablote is coming on. Probably gonna need battery charge. Where the heck's the battery? The battery is down here. Okay. All right, if you're probably wondering what the heck am I doing with the tablet, it's going to be so I can watch the. Let's see here. Okay, we're on that, so that's good. Gypsy meat, Chrome. Okay, we're on there. We want to look at my channel. Come on. Let's see, I gotta sign into Google, so hold on. Oh, I hate all these passwords. Okay, my Google. All right. Okay, I gotta do this off camera. I can't show you my Google password. So let's see here. Okay. I want to look at it. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna get a phone call. Okay. It says open the Google app on iPhone. Resend it. Come on. This is unbelievable. All this security bullshit, security theater. There we go. There we go. I gotta do this off camera. It's oh, come on. All right, we're in there. Now, we need to go to my channel, your channel. Might have to go to Creator Studio, I don't know. 8 watching. Okay, I can see the chat. Why can't I pop it out? Anyway, we got the chat up here now. Come on. I just don't have enough room. This is getting to be way too much of a pain in the butt. But I know you guys like it. Come on, close. I don't want that. Jeez. You know what? I'm just going to leave it like that so I can see the chat and forget the video. All right. Sorry about that. It just took a while to get all set up. So, where are we at with the lights? Why is the light shining so bright here? Okay. Gets that off there. That's off that. Oh man. This out of the way. When I say at the bench, you're really at the bench. Let's raise this up, see what happens. Actually, that's a better view. Except you can't see the wood. Take that one off. Does that help any? I don't know. I'm going to have to rethink this streaming situation. It doesn't seem to work very good. Okay. All right, I'm going to go back to cutting. I can't be monkeying forever. Let's see what happens when I turn this off. Does that help any? Yeah, that helps some. Okay. Transition. Okay. All right, guys. I'm sorry about all the monkeying around, but I can't get the stupid thing to give you a better view. The problem is there's no light in this apartment, and I'm using mechanic drop lights to light the thing up. But it looks like you can see what I'm doing. I think what I'll do today, instead of hang out all day long, is I'll just get these cut out and I'll do the other side off camera. That way I don't have to monkey with the camera. I can eat lunch. That's 10 o'clock, it's all. And do whatever. But I'm kind of anxious to see what the ribs weigh, because we took a measurement. If you look at the beginning of this series, I took a weight on all this wood, and it's twice as much wood as that I needed for building an airplane. I think it was 4.5 ounces is what I got for all the wood. You're going to find that when I get all the pieces cut for the airplane, it's going to be about 8 ounces total. What really weighs a lot is the glue. Nobody takes into account the glue. If you weigh a bottle of CA and then weigh the empty bottle, that will give you the total weight of the glue, which is going to be about 1.5 ounces. Let's see, how big is this bottle? It's a 2-ounce bottle. I think they're going by fluid ounces, not by weight. But we'll say that it's close. That 2-ounce bottle of glue probably weighs 2 ounces anyway. So if you use a whole bottle of glue on your airplane, that's 2 ounces that you don't know where it came from. Because it does not evaporate. It kicks off, but that's not evaporation. So paint, glue, as I've stated several times, paint is the single next heaviest thing to your engine. And I know darn well there's some paint jobs out there that outweigh the engine. The Zen. We're in the Zen. At least I know you guys are paying attention when they're asking me what happened to the 576 build. Well, like I said, I was going to do that this weekend. But I'm not going to waste time being scared of a virus. So I'm going to continue to trudge ahead. Don't be stupid, but gotta pick up some of the trash here. One day at a time. That's one thing that I did learn from AA. One day at a time. We'll deal with this today, and then what happened? The only easy day was yesterday. Did anybody know where that came from? I like that saying. It's a good one. The only easy plane to build was the last one, because it's done. Top chat. 14 people watching, it looks like. I want to know, if there's 14 people watching, why is there only 6 likes? Why is there no super chats? Why is there no questions? Come on, guys, participate. Share the video. I can see all that stuff going on. New subscribers, hit the bell so you're notified when I come online. These videos that I do here are kind of boring, but if you can glean just one little bit of piece, one piece of information out of it, such as that notching tool that I made on, I mean, that's well worth it. I don't expect you to, we've been on 130, at 1 hour, 35 minutes. I don't expect you to hang with me all day. That's why we're not going to do this all day. First off, have any of you guys ever tried to talk for 2 hours with no one to talk to? Now, Rush Limbaugh does it for 3 hours every day, but he has callers. I don't have, that's why I need the chat. L7. I need to look and see what the heck this is here. L7. Well, that can't be right. Oh, it's not. L7. That's this one right here. 87. L9. Well, I got a confusion going on here. We got to figure out what's going on. So we got L4. So that's good. We got L5. That's good. L6. There we go. It ain't a confusion. This is L7 here. L7. 6. L7. What is this? L8, L9. Man, I'm all goofed up here. What's going on? Get this out of the way here, see what's happening. Yeah. Okay, we have to reevaluate what's happening here because L8. Okay, that goes here. That goes here. This gets turned over. That's the problem. No, it doesn't. It goes. Goes like that. No. It has to go like that. But that ain't right either. What the heck is going on here? L8, L9. Unless this goes on this side. There we go. I just got them miscombobulated. Okay. This is L3. This gets turned over. L3. This is L8. L9. L3. L2. 1. No, this is 10. 10. Okay, we got all the ribs cut. And we got a guess on what they weigh. Anybody got a guess on what these ribs weigh? Remember, we started this project at 4.5 ounces of wood. I think it was 4.5, but I want to whittle all that down to nothing, really. So, L1, L1, and now we need, this is L1. L1, and then the center. That's it, right? Okay, so we got 1, 18 grams. Okay, we'll see. I bet it ain't that much. Now this is before hollowing them too, and finish sanding them. I want to get all the numbers to one side. L10. This right here, you're going to see this in real time. This right here, 13 grams, if that. Let's get a good shot of the camera, so you know I'm not BSing you. I wonder if I turn this light out, what happens? Well, you can see a little better, but it's hard for me to see. Okay, let's get a look at the scale here. Can you see that? See the numbers on mode? Okay, we got 118. I say 13. It is 15. 16. So when I cut the centers out, it'll be 10. That's good. So be 1 ounce for all the ribs. So that's good. And then the sheeting and spars and things. This wing, I think you work for Santa Fe. All right. F10. SD70. Have you checked out YouTube model builders? Had you ever heard of them? They're the guys who got me started in live streaming. Train guys. Good bunch of guys. Bunch of old farts just like us. Okay, so now let's cut the halves, the half ribs. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need 9 half ribs. So we're going to need 9 pieces. So let's see, how do we want to do this? We want to take the biggest one. Make a mark. We need 9 pieces. And we'll cut 9 pieces. 18 pieces, actually. Might as well do it for the other side while I'm doing it. 1. Should be able to do a little faster if I measure it. It's 1, and it is 4 1/4. 4 1/4. 8 1/2. 12 3/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can only get 5 out of this scrap piece. We need 18, so are we still on there? Are we still running? I still only have 6 likes. Come on, guys, smash that like button. Doesn't cost you anything. Hit the subscribe. Make sure to ring the bell for notifications. So we got 2, 4, 6. So these are 8s. Now I'm gonna. These are half ribs, and I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna get rid of my junk wood, which is not junk, but the wood that doesn't have the perfect grain in it. So it'd be C grain, so to speak. You look here, the grain is kind of funky. We'll cut those half ribs out of that. Still good wood, still 3.5 pound wood. Just 6, 7, 8. 9. Man, I sure hope it makes it all the way. It won't though. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. I need 4 more. Isn't that a bummer? Yeah, I do shout outs. You tell me who you want. I shout out. I just told you about YouTube Model Builders, which is a train channel. Good bunch of guys over there. Yeah, I got this channel's so small. We're not making any money. You know, it's not a business. I'm not selfish. Okay, we got 14 pieces now. Still in need of 18, so let's see if we have a scrap piece instead of cutting from a good piece. Not really. Well, let's see here. Maybe I don't need 18. I don't, because I forgot these two ribs here are plywood. So 2 on each side. I only needed 14, so that's good. All right, we're in good shape. Let's see if I mark this out. Yep, 2 and 3. So we needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 14. That's what we got. Okay, good. And then we have to make 2 plywood half ribs, which I might try something different, which is balsa ply with 64th veneer glued to each side. Anything to make it lighter. And as long as you don't slam the ground at 1,000 miles an hour, it should be all right. Here's another thing that's true and I have no control over. When I say that landing gear, or when I say that elevators and stabilizers are 3 ounces on a big plane, that's what it weighs. I haven't been able to build them any lighter. Landing gear is the same way. 3 ounces. That's what it's going to weigh. It doesn't matter whether you build them in wire or carbon fiber. But once you get the gear, the wheels, the doors, or the pants on it, 3 ounces. Just the way it is. So there's 6 ounces of your airplane right there. And so let's think about that. You got 6 ounces of fixed weight right there. You're going to have 12 to 13 ounces, we'll say 13, of engine. That's fixed right there. So that's 19 ounces. You know, it's very hard to build an airplane under 60 ounces this size. It can be done because I continually do it, but you have to take the extremes that I do as well. Like you saw yesterday when I was weighing every piece. If you can if you can substitute a piece of wood for 1 gram and do that 28 times, that's an ounce off your airplane. And you got to be very mindful of every piece of wood that goes on your airplane in order to build it light. Today, like my Tucker Special, I wanted to hit 40 ounces. I really wanted to hit 40 ounces. I ended up 42 and didn't even think about it. The reason it's 42 and not 40 is because I'm using an OS 32F, which is 2 ounces heavier than the Fox 35. There you go. 42 instead of 40. But I got 3 times the power too. I think that I'm about out of breath for today, or for a while. I may come back later. Let's get the, we'll do the recap on the show and close it out for now. So this is the second in the series. This is the the second in the series of the Tucker XL, which I might call it the Coroner. That's what I ought to call it, the Coroner, because I'm stuck in here because of this stupid everybody panicking or whatever over nothing. The flu has killed more people than this, but they didn't close the country down over the flu. What's going on here? Here we go. Don't eat too many. Oh, we started early today. I do shout outs, SD. Send it to me, what you want me to say or whatever, and I'll be more than happy to do it for you. I'm going back over the chat here. Yeah, not too many beans. Anyway, I'll make a separate I don't know, playlist. There we go. Separate playlist for the Tucker XL. If you keep up with it, within a month or so, I'll have it all framed up. I'm not going to do an hour a day. I'll just do what I can do. I'm going to take a break here, grab a sandwich, and start cutting some more wood. I'll probably cut the other side off camera. I won't sand them out because I'd like to show you how to do that. And then I'm also going to show the layout on the spacers, the shims, and how to get the wings straight. So I don't know that I'll get to that today, but well, you know, I can only do what I can do. I don't know what you guys are doing. If you're watching this in the shop, that's great. But I do want you guys to try this. Any one of you. I want you to start talking, and for the next 2.5 hours, without any interaction from anybody, keep talking. Let's see how you do. It's a skill. I'm learning how to do it better, I think. Now, the only other guy that I know that can do it without a doubt is Rusty. he can go on for hours about nothing. So anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, share. Hit the super chat buttons for me. Till I see you again, which is to be in about an hour or so, maybe 2 hours. Keep looking for it. We'll come back and I'll cut some wood or whatever. So I appreciate it. See ya.